Lesson 3, Bugs in the Flower Garden. In our last lesson, we read about bugs that you might find in a vegetable garden. Today, we are going to take a closer look at some of the creepy crawlies we might find in a flower garden. From the moment they burst into bloom, flowers are made to attract. Their bright colors and sweet scent intrigue your senses, and you aren't the only one. Many bugs find themselves irresistibly attracted to an array of colorful flowers, swaying gently in the breeze. For just a minute, close your eyes and see if you can envision a field of flowers. What kinds of bugs can you picture there? How many different varieties? From mites and moths to aphids and worms, there are many different species that thrive in this environment. Today, we will talk about a few of the more common varieties you might encounter in your flowers this season. Bugs have many senses that attract them to flower gardens, but the sight of beautiful blossoms is an enticing prospect. When God created bugs, He gave them special types of eyes, simple eyes and compound eyes. You have simple eyes. Each one of your eyes is made up of many parts, but they are a single unit. There is one lens that works with the rest of the components to focus in on what you are looking at. Orangutans have simple eyes, sometimes several pairs of them. Many bugs, however, have compound eyes. These eyes are made up of many lenses. They allow the bug to see more clearly in more directions at once than we can see with our simple eyes. Pollinators use their compound eyes to figure out if the flower they are flying toward is a good candidate for pollination. Too early and the flower isn't open, or too late and the bloom is drying. Most creatures with compound eyes don't see things clearly, even though they have so many lenses. Some bugs only have simple eyes, while some have both simple and compound. The eyes of a bug are truly amazing. Think about it. When you look at flowers in a garden, in the grocery store, or at a nursery, which flowers do you want to smell? Is it the ones that look dead or the ones that look vibrant and beautiful? Why do you think you're attracted to them? Talk about why a dead flower isn't as attractive as a live flower with your family. Butterflies. Butterflies are the mature form of a caterpillar. They can be found on every continent except Antarctica. There are around 500,000 species of butterflies all around the world, with close to 750 found in the United States alone. When these beauties break out of their chrysalis, they are ready to show off to the world. They usually have bright colors or beautiful patterns. They can have markings in many colors, including blue or red, yellow, white, and even black. Butterflies have scales on their wings. Touching a butterfly wing can actually damage it so much that they can no longer fly. Some butterflies prefer the sap of trees, while others enjoy flower nectar. The life cycle of a butterfly varies from species to species. Some complete their life cycle in several weeks, while others can take up to 2 years. Butterflies are a bit of a conundrum to a gardener. While the young caterpillars eat plants, the mature butterflies are important for the pollination of flowers. Without pollination, the flowers cannot produce seeds, and they will die off. Butterflies help pollinate when they land gently on a flower to sip nectar. While sipping, the pollen from the flower sticks to their legs and bodies and is transferred to the next plant they visit. These beautiful bugs are so well loved that many gardeners plant a specific garden full of flower to attract butterflies to their yard. This is not only beautiful and enjoyable, but beneficial as well. The flowers often draw in pollinators for the vegetable gardens around the butterfly garden.
While many animals migrate, most insects do not. However, one insect migration that is well known is the migration of the monarch butterflies from Canada to Mexico. Monarchs can fly up to 3,100 miles between their winter and summer homes, often finding the same forest and even the same tree their ancestors left generations before. Before the monarchs leave Mexico, they mate, and the males die. The female butterflies head north and lay eggs as they travel. The eggs hatch to reveal caterpillars who eat and eat until they reach their mature state. The butterflies that results from the metamorphosis continue the pattern of migration by instinct, with no teacher, heading south when it comes cooler. If we take a jump across the Atlantic Ocean, we will encounter another migratory butterfly that makes a remarkable journey from Europe to Africa. The Eurasian painted lady has the ability to migrate 2,500 miles from Europe into the jungles of Africa. Most of them do not make the trip in a single generation, but rather breed along the way. Even so, some of them have indeed made the whole trek in one generation. Both monarch and painted lady butterflies are found on both sides of the Atlantic Ocean in various species. The migration patterns of these specific bugs is a remarkable thing to behold. Honeybees. If you've been stung by a bee or a wasp before, you might feel concerned when you hear the buzzing sound of these nixt creatures. However, these bees don't want to sting you. Honeybees are peaceful bees that like to mind their own business. They create honey with the nectar they collect from the flowers in your garden. Unlike the bumblebees you learned about in the last lesson, honeybees live in a social group in an highly organized structure. They each have a job, and they do these jobs efficiently and with a skill. Many honeybees are kept in colonies by professional beekeepers in an apiary, a name for a place where bees are kept. Honeybees originally came from Europe, but are now found all over the world. Beekeepers extract honeybees from their hives and sell it or other bee products like pollen, wax, propolis, or royal jelly. These products have many uses. Some throat drops or sprays have propolis in them. Beeswax is useful for making candles, salves, or creams. Pollen and royal jelly are used as supplements in holistic medicine and nutrition. Some apiaries actually take bees to other locations to help pollinate certain crops such as cranberries and blueberries. Sometimes honeybees start a hive somewhere that is not a traditional apiary. These incidents show us where a natural honey hive looks like. And your teacher will show you what they look like, I guess.
Garden spider. Garden spiders spin intricate, beautiful circular webs that are often found anchored between plants in a garden. They are considered orb weavers because of the circular way they spin their large webs. These webs can be up to 2 feet wide, and they often have a distinctive zigzag pattern woven in them. They are found throughout the northern hemisphere. There are several species of spiders that are considered garden spiders. The most commonly known are the cross spider, the black and yellow garden spider, as well as the bangled garden spider. Spiders are useful in the garden because they help to control the population of pests like mosquitoes, flies, and wasps. They have also been known to eat large prey like small lizards if they catch one in their web. Yellow garden spiders are one species that are quite common in North America. The female spiders are beautiful, with striking yellow and black markings on their bodies and orange markings on their legs. The males are smaller, with more brown and less yellow on their bodies. These spiders are found in Canada and Mexico, and in the United States, as well as Central America. They love to bask in the sun on their webs, so look for them in sunny, bright locations. Like most spiders, they have venom in their bodies. This venom is used to paralyze their prey after it's caught in their beautiful webs, but it's not harmful to humans. Daddy longlegs. If you've ever spent much time in a garden or even playing on a grassy lawn, you've probably come across a daddy longleg, also known as a harvest man. Many times these creatures are mistaken for spiders, and while they are arachnids, they are more closely related to scorpions than spiders. If you look closely at the daddy longlegs, you will notice that they do not appear to have two segments to their bodies. They have one little body attached to 8 long legs, which is different from 2 segmented body structures of spiders. Fun fact: have you ever heard that daddy longlegs are poisonous? This is a myth someone made up. Actually, they can't bite humans. Daddy longlegs have no venom and no fangs. These creatures are entirely harmless to humans. They prey on insects, spiders, or even snails if they can catch them. They have pill-like bodies with 8 long legs. Daddy longlegs have 2 simple eyes. Some species even have no eyes. They like to feed on decaying plant matter and dead critters in the garden. Birds, frogs, and lizards all eat daddy longlegs. There are over 6,000 species of daddy longlegs found all over the world. Flower gardens can be a delightful place to spend time. The bright, cheery flowers and the natural perfume can make you smile even on a day when everything seems to go wrong. The Bible tells us to not worry about the future because each day has enough trouble of its own. Jesus uses the picture of the beauty of flowers to illustrate that God cares for His creation. Observing a butterfly sipping nectar from a flower or enjoying honey on a slice of warm bread should remind us that God cares for us even more than He cares for the grass and the flowers. He has provided each garden bug with what they need to survive and thrive, and He will provide for you too.